Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to achieve this cabin crew look. Let's get started. I started by moisturizing my face with the Veleda cream, and then afterwards I'm applying the Korean sunscreen. I'm using the one by Round Lab because it's the best one. I'm using the brow gel from Essence, and this makes my eyebrows stay for the whole day. And the other plus point is that it's super cheap. I know my skin is not the best at the moment, but that's just comes with flying. And after I'm using the brow gel from Essence, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade to fill out any gaps. And the best way to apply it is with an angled brush. For foundation, I'm going to mix two foundations of Charlotte Tilbury. It's really one of my favorite foundations because it stays the whole day and it doesn't move at all. I'm just applying it with the end of a brush, and then I'm blending it out with a foundation brush because I feel like it gives me the most coverage, and that's what I need for the day. Also, the flights can be very challenging and long, so that's the best way to keep your foundation look good throughout for example, 16-hour flight. So just make sure you blend it out very nicely and evenly, and don't forget your neck. And then I'm applying this concealer by Tarte. It's super high coverage, but it makes your eye circle disappear. I usually blend the concealer out with my finger because my under eye area is quite dry, and I feel like if I blend it out with a brush, it makes it look a bit patchy and not as much coverage as I like it to have. So best thing is really with the finger. And then I'm using the Fenty contour stick because it's my favorite. It's super creamy, it blends out so easily, and I'm applying it on my cheekbones, on my forehead, and on my nose. And I'm always using my foundation brush to blend out the contour because for me that's the way that it looks the most natural and no harsh edges. And then usually for my nose I use a small sponge or beauty blender. And yeah, don't forget to blend it out into your hairline, otherwise it looks awkward. And then I just keep blending till everything looks nice and smooth. And then usually for blush, I'm using the Rare Beauty blush because it's one of the best blushes I've ever used. It gives you such a nice glow and it stays the whole day as well. And you really only have to use one dot because it's super pigmented. And then I think it's the best to blend it out with some fingers first, and then you can use any brush or maybe a sponge to make it even. But I felt today that I have to use a little bit more, so I just added a few more dots, and again just blend it out with my fingers. And then I'm using my foundation brush again to just clean up or make the edges not so harsh. For this blush you need to use your fingers to get the best results, because I feel like if you only use a brush or a beauty blender, the pigment will not be the same and it looks a little bit less. So always use your fingers first and then go over again with some brush. And because I'm usually flying long flights or going on events or just having any conditions that are not normal, I use a lot of powder to make it stay the whole day. And the best powder to use is the translucent powder by Laura Mercier. It stays the whole day and just gives you the nicest finish. And then to bronze up my face, I'm using Give Me Sun by MAC. It's my favorite. It's almost empty, so I need to get a new one. I just applied it everywhere I was contouring, and then a little bit on the neck to blend it out nicely. And then I'm using some powder blush to fix everything. I'm using the one from Milani. It's my favorite. And for eyeshadow, I'm usually using my Huda Beauty palette, and they have like super nice brownish colors. And for eyeliner, I got a Korean one and it stays forever. I'm just not sure what the brand is called because the pen is quite old. And then I'm just using some highlighter by Refi. Just be careful if you use it that you don't use too much product because it gives you a lot only if you use a little amount of the product. So blend it out nicely and then it will give you the best glow. And then for eyelashes, I'm using a mascara by Maybelline. It's just a very basic one, nothing special. I'm just using whatever I have because my eyelashes are very thin and they go down, so it doesn't really matter what I use. They will never stay up. But that's okay for me, that's just how it is. And after the mascara, I still have to apply my lipstick because that's the most important thing from our look. And to create the Emirates bun, I'm using a donut and then I'm putting a net over it and the scrunchie, which is provided by the company. And for lipstick, I'm using Maybelline Superstay Vinyl in color Royal 55. It's my favorite and I always use it because it doesn't dry the lips. So that's what we need on the flights. So that's my finished makeup look. And then last thing, just putting our hat on, folding the scarf and throwing it over the neck. And that's my final makeup look, guys. I hope you liked my video. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.